Using lensTESTER, I was able to find answers to some questions that have bothered me for some time. My first question was, are modern lenses better than legacy ones? And should I adapt my old lenses to A7R? It seems that legacy prime lenses from 1970s are as good as modern lenses. But if you want image stabilization and autofocus, you have no choice but use the modern lenses. They are also big and heavy, and both tested modern lenses had weaknesses that have not been detected earlier. Maybe my both lenses were bad samples, but I don't think so. The tested modern zoom lens was better than the legacy one, but only because the computational optical corrections in the A7R body are so good. And the legacy zoom performed better in the center. That was a surprise to me. In the end, the results from DxO's Photolab made the modern zoom to win. Both Capture One and DxO Photolab may have created over-sharpened images, and I think users should be allowed to adjust this feature, if possible. My biggest disappointment was the performance of Contax G lenses on A7R. However, Biogon 21mm performed extremely well in the center, and the center star resolution is 101%, without any optical corrections with software. But the corners are extremely weak because the lens sits very close to the sensor, and light enters the corners at a steep angle. There is also a strange color shift towards magenta, obviously because of the same reason. Planar 35mm behaves strangely, and is worse than Canon FD35 that was tested earlier. Sonor 90mm behaves better, but is still worse than Canon FD100 that was also tested earlier. My second question was, what is 35mm film's resolution in pixels? In the late 1990s, I read in some camera magazine that color film's resolution is about 10 megapixels, and I think that this estimation is correct. Of course, megapixel count depends on the film and processing, but it is difficult to expect any higher pixel count. And look at Biogon now. At f4 aperture, it can reach 8 megapixels with Fuji C200 film. Planar 35 still works in a peculiar way, but it can reach 7 megapixels with Fuji C200 film. At f2.8 and f4 apertures, Contax G2 did not focus well, but the other measurements are okay, yielding 7 megapixel resolution at f11. I think that Contax G2 and its lenses make a very good film camera system, but viewfinder accuracy is poor and autofocus is not perfect. Year 2019 is at the end, and so is the lensTESTER service. I want to thank Image Engineering for the opportunity to do these experiments. Bye for now.